Hurricanes, a deadly force of nature. Hurricanes are responsible for almost 20 deaths a year. Hurricane Katrina was one of the worst disasters of our time. Thousands had to be rescued, and almost 2,000 died. As these storms moved through, they caused major destruction and loss. Roads and buildings were destroyed. Over 10,000 troops were deployed for rescues. Hurricanes can reach winds of over 150 miles per hour, and they cause massive storm surge.
The reasons hurricanes are so devastating is because of the aerial coverage. They cover many states, as much as 500 miles in some cases, and they last for sometimes several days into the same area.
Hurricanes cost tens of billions of dollars annually. These storms are deadly and devastating.
I have nothing but me, my boyfriend, and my kids. That's it.
This is the worst case scenario Hurricane Katrina was for a city on the Gulf Coast, or any coast really, to have a hurricane come on shore when it did, for as long as it did, at the worst possible moment in the tidal charts, and then bring that wall of water on shore. Not the huge wind maker by that point when it came on shore. It was the wall of water, the storm surge, that caused over 1,500 people to lose their lives. Worst case scenario for loss of life, property damage in the New Orleans region.
NASA and NOAA have teamed up to launch the GOES-R satellite that could warn residents sooner and save lives.
Satellite imagery has come such a long way from the 1960s, where used to we might get an hour image every hour, 3 hours, 6 hours, and have to put those together to see movement. Now with the new GOES system, we're able to see 5-minute intervals and put that into a movie. From 22,560 miles up into space, you can see, actually, it's as if you were there in space and watch the movement, real-time movement of a hurricane in the highest resolution ever made possible. And this is by far going to be the greatest leap in technology we have seen as far as hurricane forecasting goes in the last century.
3, 2, 1. And liftoff of NOAA's GOES-R.
It's our gift to America and the world. We like to say we have 60 times the capability of the current satellite. We have 5 times the refresh rate and 4 times the spatial resolution, letting us see features we could never see before.
We can even see into the eye of the storm.
So they believe it'll help them understand better the intensification of that storm, so that people know what level of storm is coming at them. And it will also help them to better predict the location of where that storm comes, the funnel that you see on television, if you will.
One of the biggest things is the resolution. We're now able to peer straight into a hurricane with the detail we've never had before. A lot of images from the past would be very chunky, and you would have to guess as far as depth and height, how far a storm is going up into the atmosphere, how much lightning is occurring in the storm, which is a great indicator. It's a well-educated portion of this that is going to help us see if storms are increasing in intensity or maybe weakening in intensity. And those elements alone in the new GOES system are going to take us leaps and bounds ahead in time.
While the GOES-R weather satellites will help, residents need to heed weather warnings. While this Katrina survivor remained positive,
standing here, I'm breathing. I woke up this morning. I got a place to stay. It's a Chevy little apartment here. I got food to eat. My daughter's alive. I got good friends. I'll be fine.
we remain optimistic that the future of hurricane forecasting will be advanced enough to save more lives.